Superstars, thanks so much for spending this time with me today. I'm Debbie Starr. I'm the writer of In the Waiting, which is where I share my story, and it's found on debbiestarr.com. I share my story of going from doing movie marathons to running 4 half marathons in 1 year's time. And today, Superstars, I'm going to chat with you about the season of winter and the purpose of the season of winter. So, I don't know about you, but my season of winter always starts off totally chaotic because we host so many different family get-togethers as far as Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it seems like every weekend we have something going on, and then in between those parties we have classroom parties, and we have piano recitals, and we have Christmas things to go to with the kids at school, and then we have shopping and wrapping and all these kinds of things to go on in between. And so our season of winter always starts off super chaotic, super busy. And I'm sure yours probably does too if you celebrate Christmas season at all in your family. But the real reason and the purpose of winter is supposed to be to rest. Yeah. The trees, the grass, the flowers, everything goes into hibernation mode and it goes into rest mode. So that way it has the energy and the nutrients and everything that it needs in spring to blossom and to bloom. So just like they have to take a rest, we also do too. There's a purpose for every single season. And so the season of winter, the whole purpose of it is for us to rest. And so I do love the fact that it starts off with all the family and things like that, but then come January, it's a brand new year, brand new season, and it really is the beginning of our winter season. So it allows us time to just kind of get alone with God and to reevaluate and to make some goals and set some things. Everybody starts their New Year's resolutions always in January. But so it is a great great time to start goal setting and to start doing some new things that you want to do and accomplish for the year. But it's also very important that you add in time for rest, that you make some time to get along with God, to kind of evaluate what you got going on. You make time for you to rest and to be able to fill your tank up and to fill your cup up, because we can't pour from anything that's emptied, right? We have to fill ourselves up first before we have something to give to others. And it really helps us to look back at last year to see what worked, what didn't work, and to kind of evaluate how we're going to go forward. And by taking that time to rest is what's going to help you to be rejuvenated and have the strength and energy and what you need in order to go forward for the rest of the year, to be able to have your time in the spring to blossom and summer to go full speed ahead with all the energy, right? And then we know the fall season starts to slow and taper down, and then we go back into the winter season. So Superstars, I just wanted to share that little bit with you. I know I'm going through the season of really kind of trying to slow down and really enjoy this season, because my season of fall was full speed. I did 3 marathons back to back to back in September, October, and November, and then went full blast into the holiday season. So I am so ready to just slow down and take a deep breath and relax and to enjoy this season of rest. Now, I'm still keeping up with eating healthy and meal prepping and getting my workouts in and getting out there and running as much as I can and doing what I can do inside. However, I'm also purposely taking time in my schedule to rest, so that I can breathe, so that I can recuperate from all the busy seasons that I had went through spring, summer, and then fall. And this is really what I wanted to share with you, is to don't forget to take time to rest. Your rest is just as important as everything else. God created everything in 6 days and then he rested, right? So if God took the time to rest as an example to us to take the time to rest, we really should take that time to also rest. So don't forget to rest for your Sabbath. And it doesn't have to be on a Sunday. It can be wherever your Sabbath day is for you and your schedule, but you do need to take a day to be able to rest and not be going so fast with everything else. You're able to slow down and really take that time out to be with God. And then also to be able to take your season. Now, for me, I know everybody's got different things, but for me, what works for me is I like to do a God date. I do date night with my husband. Why? So that way we can get alone and have some one-on-one time to just be us, without the kids, without everything else going on, without schedules and everything else. It's just us being able to get together and reconnect and to be able to communicate and talk, right? It's the same thing as a God date with God. Now, I purposely every morning, if you heard me, how I start my day, I start every morning with God. But I also like to schedule a God date where it really is just a block of time of just me and God to get alone and to talk. And I like to do that God date before my seasons. At the very beginning of the seasons, when it first begins, and it's in my calendar, and it's there every year, you know, every season, that date of just 4 to 5 hours at least to get along with God and say, okay, God, what's going on? What's this next 90 days going to be? What's this next season going to bring? What am I going to do? Oh, I got this and that going on. I need help with this. It's also able for me to get along and be quiet and to let God speak to me and pour into me, for him to show me things that he wants me to do. Because I might have plans, but God's plans are always greater than ours, right? So superstars, I just really want to encourage you to take some time to rest and to remember what the season of winter is all about, is for you to rest. And just because you're resting doesn't mean that you don't do anything. You still can keep up with what you do, but make sure that you're just slowing down and purposely scheduling time in your schedule for you to be able to rest, rejuvenate, and to be able to get yourself filled back up so that you have what it takes to be able to pour out and help others. So superstars, I hope this was encouraging to you. If so, give it a like. It's like my tip jar. Share it with everybody else that you know that has been busy and needs time to also slow down and rest. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And my prayer always for you is that you will be patient and make healthy choices while you are in the waiting.